I see the gray boxes.
I'm gonna cut across the lot.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess you have to.
Oh my God.
What?
Guess what's here?
What?
I think it's that Rivian.
It's the same Rivian. Oh my gosh. Okay, we didn't tell you guys, but we saw them going towards the last charger when we were leaving, and we're like, ha ha ha, what if it's the same? Is it that lady? I think it is.
I think so.
Oh my gosh. Okay, we're going to go say hi. Calm, Lib. Calm. Get the charging first. She's charging on this side, so we'll get the other side.
Yeah. Hopefully that one's working.
Yeah.
And this works very nicely. Oh, we got to do our trip stuff.
Yes, we do. I got excited. See, that happens.
Trip energy. 126.6 miles, 2.7 miles per kilowatt hour. Doing fairly decent efficiency-wise. Ignore the how's my driving thing. It's always messed up. I don't get it. By the way, just so far, since we left Denver, we've done 702 miles. It means we have about 530 left to get to our new place in Oceanside. 2.4 miles per kilowatt hour, but we need to go plug in.
Yeah, and say hi to Rivian.
It's dead.
No!
Oh, that one there?
You.
Yeah, someone was just using it.
Oh, perfect. Okay, I'll pull in there.
Were you at our last charger? Where were we?
I know, I was just thinking that.
Yeah?
I know.
Oh my gosh, so exciting. Hi.
Hello. Let's do Electrify America again. This is station 2. I might just plug in if it's going to be stupid. There we go. Initiating charge. Tell me to plug in.
Plug in.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds even better.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Patrick.
Thank you. We'll take a screenshot again once Electrify America updates and tells me how fast we're charging. But we're plugged in at 29%, getting 101, 130.
Nice.
That works.
Much better. Whoa, 160.
160. Oh yeah, we're on
at
a 350.
Like, what is happening?
So this goes back to, I generally don't take the 350s for saving them for people with like Rivians and whatnot, because our peak is technically 150, but on a 350 kilowatt charger, we can pull 161 for a brief period of time. So it's slightly faster, but we don't want to take these up when other people might get better use out of them. But I don't mind getting that right now. And I'm not sure, it says they're at 157. I'll take the screenshot now. And I forgot what we need to go up to. We're trying to make it to, do you remember? Williams, Arizona. So I'm just going to do manual calculations quickly. There is a charging station in Flagstaff, but I've heard it's not the best for getting on and off the freeway, so it would be nice to just go to Williams, Arizona and charge there. We'll figure out how many miles we need. 85 miles, that's nothing.
Nice. So what'd you work out?
So the car is saying we actually have enough to get to Williams with 37%, but we have a burrito that we need to eat. Liv wants to talk to people, so we're going to do that. Go up because in Williams we'll need a charge from 5% up to 71%. So if we end up going in with extra there at like 35%, it'll 35 to 71%. So all in all, it'll balance out somewhat. Plus we're on a 350 here, so we might as well get some good charging. But mostly I need to get fed. Then after that, it's Needles, California. So Williams is in 91 miles. Needles is 175. So.
Awesome.
And then there's also a charging station in Kingman as well. So who knows? Maybe we can get all the way to Kingman if I do it right. But we'll figure it out.
Awesome. Couldn't do that with a smothered burrito. Polestar just pulled up. Sweet. Oh, a bolt just pulled in, and we know that side's down. Yeah. So, well, they're probably done soon. They're done soon. Yeah. So they're leaving. We didn't get a chance to say hi because they have a baby, they have a big dog, so I didn't want to pester them too much. But we have some stuff to tell you about that Rivian. It's super cool. We've been pacing each other on the journey. So very nice to say hi to them. Unfortunately, we didn't catch them on camera. What are they stopping for? But because I had a baby, I didn't want to just like randomly start filming. So very intrepid though, doing an EV road trip with a baby and a big dog. We'll talk about it more. But now we have a new friend here with, oh my gosh, and a little dog. A little dog too. I have to say hi. And they're in a Polestar. The Bolt is taking the place of the Rivian that has now moved because the other Charger was down. So this is a happening spot. And I have to rein in my impulse to just film everything and try to respect some people's privacy sometimes. So I don't know if the Bolt people want to be filmed necessarily, but this is what is happening here. And that dog is adorable. Oh.
4%.
Oh, okay. So Patrick is running to the restroom. I have to meet their dog. I do. I'm... You know how when you meet a new person, you ask them what their car's name is before you know the person's name? I asked what their dog's name is. Hi. Oh. Oh my goodness. Hi. Hello.
Did you say hi?
Hi. I know. I'm like just assuming we're going to be best friends. You're like, wait. Love the donut. What's her name?
Lily.
Lily?
Mm-hmm.
Adorable. My mom just got a Frenchie.
There's something. They have a lot of personality.
Oh, so much. And he's a chunky one. Okay, so I'm sorry. What's your name?
Corey.
What's up, Corey?
Pretty much.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And you're here with your wife?
Yeah.
Cool. What's your wife's name?
My wife's name's Crystal.
Crystal. So nice to meet you guys. Your Polestar 2 looks amazing. I'm sorry that you left your phone here, or your wife left her phone here, but I'm glad we got to meet. Wait, Lily?
Lily.
Lily?
Yep.
Lily, hi.
Can you say hi, baby?
Oh, I got a lick. Oh, thank you. Oh my goodness. That was the cutest face ever. Oh my gosh. So you said that wow, that's a lot of sun behind you there. So you originally went to the Mach-E, but there was crazy markup.
Yep.
So you got the Polestar too.
$30,000 markup on this one. No markup on this one, and available. I didn't have to drive to San Francisco. Worked out pretty well.
Yeah, that sounds just fine.
Now I've put 18,000 miles on in less than a year.
That's amazing. So you must hate it. It's terrible.
Terrible.
You love it. It's awesome.
I do. I love it. It's probably going to get me into trouble because it's too fast.
Oh yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
No, it's been a really good car.
Awesome.
Super good handling. Yeah, tons of space. I love the extra space in the back. Bonus keys, not the best, but other than that, yeah, no, I love this thing.
And maybe with that new phone, it'll be better, right?
Maybe, supposedly. We'll see if iPhone's what it says it is, or if I just upgrade my Pixel to the 7.
That's how they get you. It's all interconnected. Well, so nice to meet you, and Lilu, and Crystal. And what's your car's name?
My car doesn't have a name.
What?
Oddly enough, it probably should.
Crowdsource?
Maybe.
Okay, crowdsource, maybe. A name for this beautiful Polestar. What is the gray color called?
Thunder.
Thunder?
Yep, Thunder.
Well, I don't know. That's kind of a great name. As is.
As a Broncos fan, I love the Thunder on it.
Oh, nice. Awesome. Oh, so nice to meet you guys.
Well,
Bye.
say bye, baby. Leading.
Hi. Oh my god.
This is the setup and Indeed.
These guys are the coolest. In the back of the Polestar 2, they have 2 kitty cats. In the front, they have a gecko. They have Lilu in the middle. These 2 guys, and they're both going to Tennessee from LA. What? Who does this?
You take up more space just to bring 2 basketballs and when anything else.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You have an adventure plan. Yeah, normally. Instead, we brought neon heads.
Yeah, I like the helmets. Those are pretty cool.
All right, let's stop. Guess who accidentally went way above because we were talking to people and dogs.
Isn't it interesting, though? The weather is nice, so we've been able to stand outside and talk to each other.
That's right. I said that
Yeah.
earlier.
Yeah.
So we're going to finish 56.324. We were charging at 38 kilowatts because it was above 88%. It's updating. Let's quickly, it was $19 total, $1.64 in tax. It was $17.36. Saved $7.35 because we were a member. 56.371 kilowatt hours. We were here for 42 minutes because we got busy eating and talking.
Yeah.
I forgot we had burritos at the beginning of this.
Yep.
I think we're going to still have to make 2 charging stops just because of the way that they're spaced out. It just means our next charging stop can be pretty short. But let's go in and take a look.
Yeah.
We are 88%, 200 miles of range. I was just programming this in right before Liv got back because she ran to the bathroom and took some trash and stuff. But anyways, 91 miles to Williams, Arizona, then 111 miles to Kingman, Arizona, and then 65 miles to Needles. And we're going to stay overnight in Kingman or Needles, I think, unless we get really ambitious. But yeah, we were going to get there with like 10% battery. Now we're going to get there with 48% battery, have to go up to 62. If some reason we get like really great efficiency, we could skip that, but I don't think so, because that would be 202 miles of range at 75 miles an hour with 88% battery. So we'll have to stop for a little bit.
But really, like, short, powerful stops are kind of like the thing in road trips, right? Like, you'll stop from 30 to 80 kind of thing or whatever. But we get distracted.
Well, this is a perfect stop there. 10% to 39%.
Yeah.
And then you drive to the next one and get down to 10%. 48 to 62 is a little bit odd, but that's because we charged up so much here. But Liv's going to put her seatbelt on so we can get out of here.
And we will go. There's a horse.
He was riding a horse.
It was really blurry, but there was a man on a horse just chilling.
Walking. No,
just cruising.
That's transportation.
Yeah, absolutely. God, that was really cool. It was like urban cowboy.
Urban.
Is this urban?
Town.
Town cowboy? I don't know. I guess actually totally appropriate. Why don't we see more people on horses? Oh no, that's right. Oh no. We had such an amazing charging stop, but we have been discussing since then what we're going to do and what route. So I feel like we should cover that first.
Yeah, we weren't discussing which route. We were initially saying, like, where are we going to stop tonight? Kingman or Needles or maybe Barstow. And then I was like, well, let's program it into the car to go all the way to Oceanside and sort of get an overall idea of like what we're going to have in store tomorrow. And when I did that, it's like, hey, go through Phoenix or go south near Phoenix and, cut around. I was like, wait, why are we doing that? It's like a few miles longer, but it was saying the time is about the same. And we went back and forth. We couldn't decide. And then Liv had the deciding factor, I think.
It goes through Palm Springs, and I would be really interested to see Palm Springs. There's a restaurant in Colorado. It's called Tom's Diner. It was like a sort of a legendary downtown restaurant, one of those late night places. It closed down during the pandemic, and then it just reopened recently with a Palm Springs theme. And lots of people,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and lots of people like, oh, Palm Springs, retro, mod, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, that's Palm Springs? I have no idea. Like, I don't know what the vibe of Palm Springs is. And apparently it's all like 70s and 60s and mod and like very cool signs and decor and stuff like that. So
yeah.
It looks like we're going to skirt the north side of Palm Springs. But if we can get like a little sniff of the vibe, that would be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're probably going to miss a lot. Like, we're going around Phoenix, basically, so we won't really see Phoenix. But it is a bit more different territory because going this way on I-40, we would hit Barstow and then I-15, and we just did that a little over a month ago. So that seems like we already been there, done that. Eventually, we'll have to get on the same roads, but this will give us just a little bit more difference. And to be honest, like between Kingman and Needles is, not the most exciting, especially since we're going to be doing it at night. now that I think about it. I don't know.
Oh, good point.
Anyways,
But also, this is gonna be our new hood. So if we have the opportunity to check out some of the areas around there, this is a good time. Joshua Tree as well. We're going through there. These are all
Near there.
places, yeah, near there. So these are all places that people go, travel to, and visit. And maybe you guys might be interested. I'm interested. So good opportunity. Speaking of which, we are driving through Flagstaff, Arizona right now, right?
yeah, very nice area. We have
Yeah.
friends that went to college here.
Who?
From TNT, the
Oh, okay.
rocket engineers.
Oh, okay. Cara and Derek.
Yeah, I blinked on the name.
But so when we were looking at places to move and everything, I looked at Flagstaff because I thought, Arizona, there's no snow there. No.
Not
Flagstaff.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a lot of snow, right? Here.
Not a lot, but a decent amount. And I remember, again, from my road trip when I was a kid, we stopped in Flagstaff for the night, and we, as kids, were like, well, we're in Arizona. We were in our short sleeves and stuff when we got to the hotel. We went swimming, then we went to bed, and then we got up, and I just remember it was like, oh my God, it's freezing.
And you'd went swimming the day before?
Yeah, well, it was in the summer. I'm sure it was
yeah.
like June, July, but I just know it was. I'm sorry for the road or
Yeah.
the noise. The road is under construction.
Hopefully not for too long.
Well, we're getting ready to get off on I-17. Ah, there it is.
Oh, here it is. Ah, bliss. Silence.
So anyways, yeah, we woke up and I think it was like 35 degrees even in June or so. It was just ridiculously cold. But so the charging stop, and here's our Flagstaff, the Phoenix exit.
Yay. And by the way, it's just so nice to see the different terrain here. Like everywhere else that we've been in Arizona is very different to this. And this is really cool.
Yeah, this is why a lot of people are like Flagstaff is like its own little thing.
Yeah.
So we want Phoenix. So we don't want the exit only.
We'll let Patrick navigate to Phoenix. It's straight and
It's just
right.
hard to see right now, as you guys can probably tell from the forward camera. So Phoenix to the right.
Yeah.
Use my blinker, not a BMW driver.
Is that a thing?
Yeah,
Oh.
it's a joke.
Oh.
So let's talk about the charging stop.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So the charging stop, we pull in, we got super excited because we see that Rivian, what appears to be the same Rivian, the lovely blue teal color. It is. It's this lady. She was really nice. She, because Patrick plugged in, then I was like, hey, was that you? She's like, yes,
Yeah.
it was me. Was that you? And then we'd seen each other.
We saw them in Albuquerque. They were getting there as we were leaving, right?
Yeah.
And then we saw them in Gallup. They were getting there as we were leaving. And then they beat us to, what's that? Winslow.
Winslow.
But we made 2 stops before we got there.
Yeah. So Patrick had a lot of great points. We were chatting about that.
Well, you know, we talk about this like racing thing that we did to Las Vegas with other EVs. But a lot of times, like when you're out doing like real road trips and you're just doing things in a normal way,
normal people.
You may take longer. Like we took way longer at Winslow than we were supposed to. And maybe that's what they did. Maybe that's why they weren't as fast as they could. And they had a baby and they had a dog. So maybe they charged more because they were walking the dog or whatever. So it, like in real world, some of this like super fast charging, wow, the roads here are rough.
Yeah. So that's no. Yeah, I guess it like all evens out in the end in a lot of ways, right? Now, definitely a Bolt pulled up over there. Bolts are challenging. Like if they are road tripping, that's challenging. But for the most part, when you're all in that middle range, it's there's a term for this and I can't think of what it is, but it's like it's all kind of similar. So really, the lady, I wish I'd gotten her name because she was really nice, and I asked her before filming because we went up and started chatting with her straight away. I was like, hey, do you want to say hi for the video? And she was like, yeah, definitely. So I was going to chat with her and talk, but she had a baby and a big dog. So I didn't want to definitely didn't want to film her baby without her permission, or her with her baby. And her partner that she was traveling with was also with the baby. So we
got distracted.
Yeah, and we didn't get to catch them. But that's very realistic. They were there, they were feeding the baby, they were taking turns walking the dog and stuff like that. They have this super powered vehicle that's fast charging. Didn't matter.
It looks like they were having a great time though.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they seemed in great spirits.
And again, I've said this before, that's one of the great things about these roads, about the CCS network. Like if you have a Tesla, you run into other Teslas, and it's like there's only 4 models, so you sort of know all the Teslas. But it's really cool. You pull into CCS, and there's so many different vehicles. We've seen a Ioniq 5, ID4, Rivian, Polestar 2, and a Bolt today.
Speaking of which, the Polestar 2 pulled up right as we were there. The gentleman driving it, Corey, super nice dude. He'd actually watched the video that we did with Out of Spec Studios where we loaned them our Mach-E, and we all tested Polestar 2, ID4, Model Y, all against the Mach-E, and all together, everyone, right?
Yeah.
Like, which one would win? The Polestar 2, I think, won the popularity contest. So it was so nice to meet Corey and his wife, Crystal, their dog, Lily, and they have 2 cats in the car and a gecko in the front. And they're actually moving from LA to Tennessee, just outside Nashville. So this was like part of the early part of the drive. That is a crazy drive. Horsies?
No, baby calves.
What? I can't see anything.
Yeah,
like,
it was hard to see in there. I thought it was a horse at first.
Oh.
And I know that didn't come out on GoPro, but...
Not at all. But it's exciting. But it was so nice to meet them, and so sweet to meet their dog. And it's cool, like, because we're moving and they're moving, so we're like ships crossing in the night, but we got to say hi and at different points. And then we're like, we should have asked them what moving trucks they were using.
By the way, I didn't think about this. But we just changed directions or changed our route planning. I didn't look to see where the next charging stop is at, because I was like, we're going to be stopping in about 30 minutes. But now our charging stop is 106 miles away. So I was like, that charging stop was going to be too soon. But I'm like, 106 miles. And we're going to come in with a 20-mile buffer. So I got to keep a watch on that. Although I know there's charging stops, and I think Flagstaff is pretty high in elevation. Phoenix is low. So we should have decent efficiency.
Do you need sunglasses?
Yeah, I do.
It's a weird, like you're switching directions. And glasses, no glasses.
Oh yeah, I got to turn Blue Cruise back on.
Oh.
There we go.
Yeah, this is very interesting terrain.
I can't see much of anything.
As long as you can see the road.
So, I think that's about it.
Yeah, it was a super fun stop. I love that stuff. It's been so nice chatting with people. And Patrick had a great point there that we haven't been able to chat because one, we haven't encountered many people, and 2, no one's standing outside of their cars because it's freezing. But we were standing outside our car eating our burritos and chatting, and it was really fun. Yeah.
But we do have to, and we'll let you guys know what we decide, but we got to figure out now where are we stopping tonight.
Yeah, I picked a hotel and everything. And now we switched routes. Yeah, Needles. Best Western.
Hopefully we didn't screw ourselves. And
you were very intent on doing this, so I'm gonna blame you later.
Me?
You made me choose a final point, but you were like, I don't know, we should do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna give you my phone too, because I want you to message a couple of people we know in Phoenix.
What do we know in Phoenix?
Greg is one.
Oh my God, your brother?
No.
What?
Let's go, and I'll go.
Okay, bye.
Wow, this is beautiful. We are starting an 18-mile descent, apparently. 47% battery, 105 miles of range, and our efficiency is 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Let's see what happens as we go down. we've done some of these in Colorado where it goes from like 1.9 miles per kilowatt hour up to like 3.5 on these long descents. This one isn't quite as steep. We're at about 6,000 feet right now. We were at 6,300, I know, a little while ago. And by the way, if you can see here, if you tap on like the clock, it brings up like other data that you can show in place of the clock, or not the clock, that's our time of arrival. But anyways, if I wanted to, I could put elevation there instead. But it's also a quick way of looking at our current elevation, which is 5,600 feet. And we're going up a little bit and then back down again. The speed limit through here is 75. Oh, there's a cop. I think it was a speed trap and I'm doing the speed limit.
So we were going through Phoenix, and we were going to skirt around Phoenix and go northwest. And such a bummer, the EA station is completely down that we were going to hit that was going to help us skirt the whole area.
And we wouldn't have known, but we were messaging a friend, Greg, in Phoenix, and he's like, by the way, you're not heading to Anthem, are you? And I was, yeah. I was like, that one's down. I'm like, uh-oh. So the car doesn't know that. And this is, I don't know who you want to blame, Ford or EA. I mean, EA is the one that's down, but I wish they would communicate, because EA is showing that it's down in their app, but it's not showing that it's down in the car.
And it's like, how many different things do you have to check on the fly? I know we encourage you guys to do it, but it's tough, and we don't want to have to do this, right? You want to be able to just get into your car and navigate. And in this case, it was sync, right? The sync system.
The sync navigated us. When we diverted through Phoenix, because sync was saying that was the quicker way multiple times, I kept rerouting. I was like, yeah, no, go through Phoenix. I was like, okay,
all
sure.
Right, fine, yeah.
I was like, I was planning on not doing that because I thought it would be more hassle. But I was like, well, maybe it knows something I don't know. Well, it didn't know anything, unfortunately. And we looked at everything. We did look on PlugShare. We looked on everything.
No, we didn't look on. Yeah, we looked on PlugShare and saw where the charges were. We just didn't look into everything. So, like, okay, we can use the Electrify America on the north side and skirt Phoenix and avoid the traffic. So, unfortunately, we now have to go a little more into Phoenix. We're gonna hit some traffic, and this is eating into our buffer. But yay, we chatted too long at the last charging stop. We have some extra buffer, so we're gonna come in with 23 miles spare, hopefully.
And there are some other charging stations that we could choose, EVgo and ChargePoint. I don't want to get into on the fly trying to figure out what speed they are, if they're fast or whatever. The other EA stations should be fine. And to be honest, we didn't dive into, like, we normally will check on PlugShare and the EA app after, from our experience, but we were messaging because we thought we may meet up with some people in Phoenix, or the possibility may arise. So it was sort of like, well, let's see, because we may divert because of that. So
yeah, we didn't know exactly where we were going to go. We reached out to these couple of people and said, hey, we're actually suddenly going to swing through Phoenix. And then we were going to obviously pick where we were going to charge and what we were going to do. So big thank you to Greg for saying, by the way, that whole charge is down, or we would have gotten them been extra bummed out. So,
which, in that case, we would have just pulled over, like, it's all down, and then rerouted from there, and we would have been fine because it's right off the freeway. If it were 10 miles off the freeway, 10 miles back, that may have really been bad news. But it probably wouldn't have affected us other than waste some time. So it is what it is.
Patrick was getting bummed out because I'm not showing that screen, so you
Okay.
don't have to worry. Greg is messaging, and Patrick is hiding his phone number, but I have to zoom in on his face because it's dark here. Otherwise, we lose definition. But anyways, Patrick was bummed out about the traffic, which we are now dealing with. No, I can't really show it either.
It's sort of, it's not too bad right now.
No.
But it does remind me, like, we had a plan, and my plan was to basically, like, avoid Phoenix. I knew where we were going. Had everything sort of planned out in my mind. And whether we're in an EV or not, I probably should have stuck to the plan. It was like, hey, we're having a fun day. Let's take this detour. I think we'll appreciate it tomorrow. But unfortunately now I'm like, look at the traffic. It's not like it's going really slow or anything like that. But it's like a steady stream of traffic.
And we're not in the city at all.
No, not even close.
Not even a little bit.
17 miles from our charging exit.
But yeah, you're right. So it's hard to wing it in an EV. And it can be hard to wing it in an ICE vehicle too, right? You've got plans, you've got a destination, you've got a time and a schedule, whatever. You got to be like in the right space and on the right trip to wing it. So winging it in an EV is less even.
Well, and then just in normal time, you know, like with a regular car, like I knew, like, okay, we can go to Needles, Arizona. Or Needles, California. That's about where I want to stop time-wise to get a good night's sleep and then get into California, and the distance and everything was going to be great. Now we're sort of scrambling and like, okay, we don't necessarily want to stop in Phoenix, but what's west of Phoenix? Are there good hotels there?
Yeah.
We haven't looked at the hotels to
And
see.
we had somewhat of a hotel picked out in Needles, but then the interchange was coming up right then, so it was a deciding point, and we decided very quickly.
Yeah. Can you tell we're not the type of people that don't like to plan, don't like everything laid out for us before we go somewhere?
You think we're the type who doesn't?
Yeah, I was like asking her, can you tell that we're not the type that just like, hey, let's just get in the car and just drive. I know other people are like that. They'll just go and they'll be like, we'll stop where we stop, and we go until we go and or can't go.
I think we're right in the middle though, because we like a armature. We like a little structure, and then we build it up as we go, right? But it's not completely structured. Yeah, I would say so. What kind of road tripper are you? Are you super scheduled? Are you super planned? Do you know where you're staying tonight? Or do you just get in the car and drive? What do you do? But now we have, 14 miles to charge? Hopefully it's
14 miles to the little loop road.
Okay.
But we have 25 miles to the charger, 49 miles of range. So we have like a 24-mile buffer. And it's been pretty, like 25 miles since we switched to that charger.
I'm glad we extra charged, so we wouldn't be able to do this, huh?
Yeah, well, there's some EV goes that we could have hit instead.
But that is why this must have rerouted us, was because we extra charged, and then it gave us the option to come through Phoenix when we rerouted, as opposed to going...
Maybe.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I think so, because we couldn't have made this without the extra.
Well, no, that one charging... because it would have also routed us and told us to stop in Flagstaff. And then if we would have stopped in Flagstaff, we could have got all the way around Phoenix.
Ooh, true. That would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all right.
Okay.
We're going to see Phoenix. Ish. So, is it sync?
Sync is doing this. You can see over here, there's a bad accident.
Yeah.
So it's re-navigating.
Somewhere. It's us and apparently everyone else who's...
it was like one other person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a really weird route. It's vacant feeling. But that's a really bad looking highway.
Yeah, it's really stopped over there. So hopefully this works out.
Yeah.
Cool. Now we're on a decent road.
With, knock on wood, no traffic.
Well, we might go on another little tiny road.
This is so weird and zigzaggy. It looks like it's in a park. Oh, oh, my mom. That is a very annoying feature. If we decide to include it, we'll blur her name, but...
Yeah, we're following everybody else, avoiding the traffic now.
So this is Phoenix. Super fun. Patrick didn't want to wait in that traffic, so now he's trying this. It rerouted us. Oh my goodness. Are you practicing for LA?
Yeah.
Surprised people aren't behind us.
This road might be impossible to cross, but I may make a right in a U-turn.
Yeah.
Oh, there they are.
Yay!
I like when you can see them. How do I
Yeah.
get to them?
I know, I'll just drive straight through. Oh, right here.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
the second one.
Oh, someone's there.
Oh no,
Oh no, it's
this
the
one?
first one, yeah. Who's that? Is that an EV6?
EV60 or
A
GV.
GV60? No way.
Yeah.
Can I have that car? Can we make
I'm
friends?
gonna come down to this one, I think.
Okay. I haven't seen a GV60 at a charging station yet. What does that say? Plug in. All right. Better be good.
Okay, let's get our trip stats real quick. We started descending, and I was like, "Oh yeah, let's track how much efficiency we gain." I didn't really remember to check, but I think the highest we got was 2.8 miles per kilowatt hour, which is what we're at now. 186.2 miles, pretty darn good. We're finishing at 14% battery, 33 miles of range. Just double check. Yeah, trip and this trip are the same because I reset them. Time is off because I reset it before we started. Anyways, let's go ahead and reset trip 1 because I always forget when we're done.
And as per usual, press it a bunch of times.
Yeah. Now let's go charge.
And I'm going to grab a mask in case I get to say hi to GV60 because they're wearing a mask. All right.
Which one did we go to? Which chargers?
Glendale. 185 something.
And this is station 4. We're going to get ready to plug in. I'm going to hit boom, swipe to charge. Charge error. All right, we're just going to plug in and see if it'll initialize.
Maybe like the last one, it'll still error out on there. Hey, we got a good
It's
sound.
sounding like it's charging.
Num,
But
num,
I'm
num.
authorized. And
Okay, I was cocky thinking that 60 degrees at night would be fine.
yeah, no, it sounded nice and warm compared to what we were getting.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm cold, but I am. Welcome, driver.
Yeah, I'm getting the 43 cent because it's just doing plug and charge.
You're welcome, Electrify America. All right,
129.
Cool.
Now we got to strategize, figure out where we're going next.
We're gonna have to hunt down some hotels. We had a different hotel picked out. Yeah, so we're gonna do that.
Do we want to go for another 30 minutes or another 2 hours?
Yeah, I feel pretty good, and it is
6:35. But with thinking on California time, which will be in tomorrow, it's 5:35. So.
Yeah, so we could at least drive for 2 more hours if you feel okay driving in the dark.
Oh yeah.
It's just
Blue Cruise makes it so easy.
That's true. We can't take you guys along too much, although these new phones are much better at filming in the dark. So maybe we'll get some night shots.
That's at the dealerships. We don't want to find those, but so you sort of just have to click and find.
Is that a Fiat 500e?
That's a Fiat 500e, and she was looking for a charge here, but these are only CCS. A few EA stations have J1772. So I just watched her install the PlugShare app and told her create an account, tell her that you have a Fiat 500e, and it'll help you find the J1772 charger that you need. So.
I didn't realize that the Fiat 500e was a J1772. I thought it was CCS.
I think some of their newer ones are.
Oh. It's so cute, though. And she got here from California, it looks like.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Okay, we hit over 80% again. Surprise. We're down to 34 kilowatts. A lot of that was because we were calling hotels and went to the bathroom and all of that. Again, it's hard for us to find hotels that work for us when they're getting full, because we're looking for a hotel that has a bathtub for Liv, because she's an amputee, if you didn't notice. So a lot of times you get asked for an ADA or a handicap room, they get you one for a wheelchair. She doesn't need a wheelchair, she needs like a bathtub. Long story short, we found one. It's a few hundred miles or a couple hundred miles away, 130 miles away, something like that. But we got to get on the road. We're at 82%, 34 kilowatts right now. We got 63 kilowatt hours. We got the higher rate because I just did plug and charge. There is a way to get the member discount rate with plug and charge that they're rolling out. Let's see, so 14 to 83%. Our cost ended up being, well, let's see, we got 63.16 kilowatt hours, ended at 83%. Charge time was 44 minutes, and we're waiting for the session fee to update. Still comes out cheaper than gas, especially with the gas prices this year.
And side note, while that's updating, we were both talking about how much we like this charging station. The parkings, you pull in directly, so you don't have to pull in an angle. This is also away from everyone else. So
and as soon as you come in, like we turned in and we immediately saw the green glow, so we knew exactly where to go. We didn't have to hunt for it.
That's the main street right there. So you come right in, and then everyone else who's grocery shopping is parking on the other side. You see all those cars over there. This is great. How much did it say?
It did not update. So at some point it'll update and charge us.
We'll calculate the cost and put it up.
For member rate and non-member.
Yeah, but now let's get on the road.
Yeah, we're heading to Quartzsite to charge one more time. And then Blythe is a little bit further than that. So we'll talk about it in the car. Just because we're going to stop tonight doesn't mean I don't want to go ahead and do the whole navigation. And the reason for that is like if I give the hotels the destination, it'll get us there at like 10% state of charge. We want to wake up in the morning and be able to just keep going. So anyways, let's see, we're going to hit go. Oh, wait, I didn't do that right because I wanted to make sure it's choosing the right route. Oh yeah, that's the right one. 380 miles.
But can't you add the hotel as a waypoint?
I can add it as a waypoint, but I don't need to.
Okay.
It says we need 2 charges, 1 hour and 5 minutes. Just before we get to the hotel, I think it's about 20 miles before we get to the hotel or something like that, Quartzsite, it says charge to 60%. We'll probably go a little bit higher than that because we're going to let the car sit overnight. When it first wakes up in the morning, it can burn a little bit of extra. So we'll go a bit higher than that. And actually, I think one of these stations they're talking about taking down. So there's several options there. There's actually like 4 EA chargers, but I think we'll just go to 80%. It's a 25-minute charge, so to go to 80%, it'll probably be like 35 minutes, 40 minutes.
That'll be a good dinner stop.
131 miles, so let's get on the road.
Yeah. Did they leave?
Yeah.
A couple Teslas pulled up behind us.
No, it was a Tesla and a Beamer.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I was curious at first. I was like, oh, wait, the Tesla's behind us still.
Oh.
I think they dropped a car off, so they're carpooling to something.
Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe they're touring.
Oh, yeah. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, this would be a great tourist spot right by Electrify America, and then they just charge. Wait, it's a Tesla. Oh, wait, was it the BMW they dropped off?
The BMW dropped off the Tesla.
Oh, then...
Yeah, people tour Teslas, so...
Yeah, but why would they be at Electrify America?
Because it's easy. And it's,
they could Chatamo.
There's a CCS adapter.
Oh, right, that's right.
That's actually official now.
Huh. That's interesting.
And it's just a spot to drop it off.
No, yeah. Well, thinking about touring, if I need to get a vehicle, so I'm thinking about strategies of where to place the tour vehicle and stuff like that. All right. I hope there's a squeegee. This might be a place that chargers get blocked. But maybe not.
Ooh.
Ooh, is this Signet?
I think so.
Finally. Hello.
It's 150 in Chatham. 150 in Chatham. Or 150. I'm going to go for that one.
Yeah.
I haven't seen any Nissan Leafs, but you never know.
Yeah.
So, we did 128 miles from our last charger, 2.3 miles per kilowatt hour. Speed limit was 75 the entire way, basically. We may have been doing over that, but we won't say that. Allegedly. So far, we just had over 1,000 miles since we left Denver.
Woo!
Our hotel is like 22 miles from here, but let me go back over here real quick and show you. If I go here, the details for going further to Oceanside, it wants us to charge way over here, and we actually want to skip that charger, I've found out. So I think we're going to go up to like 80% here, so then we can skip that one. There's several chargers right in that same area. So anyways, we're going to charge probably for 30 minutes. We're going to get something to eat, but hopefully we can plug in and this will work. So we're going to give this a try.
Yeah.
It's having trouble loading. I might just plug in.
Okay.
I just want to get going. Okay, we're going to plug in and just let it go. I won't get the member rate because of the Ford Pass issue right now, but we'll just go ahead and plug in. There's somebody with a loud phone, megaphone that's just blasting us. So we'll come over here. Hopefully you're not hearing all of that chatter. Somebody's backing up.
And what's it? Payment authorized. Initiating charging. I imagine these screens are nice to look at during the day. Oh no, those are burned.
Yeah.
No. Welcome driver, 43 cents. Non-member
It doesn't
rate.
sound like it's doing much, but we'll see.
It's chilly.
Oh.
Uh-oh. 24. 34.
No. 4.
5. Man, Signet, I was so excited to see you.
It might shoot up. We'll see.
7. Oh.
There we go.
There we go. Okay, 20 something. 30 something. 60, 70.
It's so weird watching it slowly crank up.
Yeah. It's tentative. Over 100. Okay, keep going, please.
I wanted to go higher, but that's doable.
We can stay there, yeah. Okay then. 106 it is. Okay, car. We're going to leave you to charge.
I think the car said it wants to go to 79%. Oh, wow, that was a touchscreen. It actually responded. We're definitely going to like 80, which will probably take us about 30 minutes. We plugged in at 23%, so let's go in and get something to snack on.
Okay.
Okay, we just finished eating sort of a snacky dinner. I checked the charging stop I want to hit tomorrow is 156 miles. I think we're at 180 some miles of range right now. We're at 82%. So I'm going to go ahead and hit stop. There's a couple extra chargers that we could hit if we need to.
Whoa, that was quick.
Yeah, that was really quick. 55.08 kilowatt hours, 82%. We went from 23%. It was the 43 cents. I'll put a thing down in the description explaining something why that was. But anyways, $23.22 total.
And we're here for 38 minutes.
And we're here for 38 minutes. And our hotel's like 21 miles away or 22.
So let's get out of here.
It's already programmed in as a waypoint. I should have showed you how I added that. But you just program it in, add a search, and you say add as a waypoint. So we're headed to the Quality Inn. 22 miles, 22 minutes away. We'll be at 72% battery when we get there.
Yippee.
And I reset the trip already, so we should be okay.
Oh my gosh. I got so flustered I didn't even get the mics in time. We're through!
We're in California.
We're in California! And the plant made it! They just nodded at us. I was so nervous. I didn't even film her. So I was like, oh la la, I'm being weird. Is that? What is that? Welcome to California! You say it.
Welcome to California.
No, you say it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. The fact that we got to California tonight.
Yeah. I was hoping to, going the other route, I was like, we'll be in Needles, California. I didn't think we could drop down and get into California. And I think I said, Blythe, when we were talking about it, I kept on saying it was in Arizona. I didn't realize it was actually across the border.
Yeah, that's why I don't know what footage I got because I was not ready to film. I'm like, Oh, I'm so excited we got the plant in. Now, okay, the plant is fine because it's a house plant. It's not agricultural, but I'm still nervous. It's the only plant I've had that survived. I don't want anyone to take the plant.
And our hotel is in 2.5 miles.
Yay!
We are going to have to add up some numbers, so we'll put those on the screen. We just did another 21.8 miles, 3.0 miles per kilowatt hour. I don't have the stats for today, but since we left Denver, it's 1,038.8 miles, 2.5 miles per kilowatt hour. We have 74% battery and 168 miles of range, and that's the end of the stats for today, but we still got to say goodbye.
So on that note, we have arrived. Not really.
Look at the head back there.
It's right where that shiny light is by the hand grippy thingy, the grabby thingy. I think that's what we call it.
You seem to be tired.
I'm okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you seem tired.
I'm ready to go to sleep.
We're in California.
We're in California. Thank you for this. I know must have been really long. Whoever edited this, I'm sure it's
well
your fault.
done, whoever edited it.
But we knew this one was going to be long. We wanted to do a big chunk tomorrow, which will be part 3, maybe part 4 if we broke this one up. Anyways. It's not too far to go to get to Oceanside. It looks like we have 1, maybe 2 charges at most. So we're pretty excited.
Yes.
And we'll take you on a tour of the new house, maybe.
Yeah.
Should we?
Yeah. Probably.
You don't get to vote, but just think that you get to vote.
Well, it's all empty, so we could do a tour before it's all filled with boxes.
And I actually want to
show you the amazing garage.
And we're not going to show you the screen, but I'll just tell you, we have, I think it says 228 miles total left to go.
crazy.
Yeah, so that's about right.
Nice.
228 miles left
It's
to
a really
get to
weird
the new
thing.
house.
Yeah, we've only been in there a couple times. I guess that's how it is when you buy a new house, but it's weird like we're going to spend the night there.
And we could get there at like 1:30 in the morning.
Right now.
But yeah, we need to get some sleep. And there's no bed there, so we got to get that.
And it would technically be 2 o'clock because right now it's 10:30 because we crossed over to California. So
Time change, whatever.
Time change.
Anyways,
yeah. 13 hours driving today. It was a long time.
Thank you for sticking with us for the whole trip. We need to go.
You're very tired. Thank you for sticking with us. And thank you so much to our patrons whose names are fluttering across the screen. If you watch this video, then you know that our patrons have a present coming.
Yes, that's what I said.
Our Unbridled patrons get special trinkets along the road, and we picked something up.
But we appreciate
special.
the Engage patrons and Whisper patrons. You guys
So
are all
much.
very cool. Like it really means a lot to us that you guys have decided to throw a couple bucks at us. So that's really cool. But anyways, you got to do that outro thing. There's no way I can do it now.
You should stop talking because you need to go to sleep. And on that note, just remember that whatever you drive, whether it's in California or Arizona, and whether you have a crazy person or a glowing head, whatever, enjoy the ride. Bye.
Bye.